God, jeez. That's freaking loud. Hello, Z! Here's Rosie! We're playing Shining Force 2. This creepy lady's still here. She's gonna keep on doing that, I think. So, last time on this game that we're playing, we had a fight here. We went all the way across the map to do some other stuff, get a cool item, and now we're gonna go up north. Now, as you may know from having watched my previous Shining Force 2 sessions, I've got a guide on the side just to let me know where I'm supposed to go, because it's not super obvious in this game sometimes. And it seems that there's gonna be a thing soon where I can get some more characters by going to a place from way back in the first act of the game. So I may need some help getting there efficiently later. Emob says, I may have forgotten something about that promo item, by the way. What's that? You forgot what you forgot? Okay, then. Broke friends with benefits, woke guide on the side. Very good, Wolves. Alright, I guess we're fighting some more dudes. Of course, for some freaking reason, Kazine always gets the first turn. So how's everyone's week been? Mine has been pretty so-so. Some cool stuff's happened this week, and also, I don't know, I slept like crap for most of the week, which is not fun. Azu, welcome to the chat. That's a lot of U's in your name. Well, he's got a hyperfixation. That's a mood. That's a mood. I got hyperfixated on, modding, a really old game, and I had to write my own utility to extract the graphics. That was silly. Didn't I give Janet a cool weapon last time? Did I, not equip it or something? I don't remember. Nopples is here. Oh, I thought... Very good. Very good, my love.
Sorry.
Did you like your noodles?
Yeah, noodles were good.
Good, cool.
I have no idea what I'm gonna do.
Well, how about we talk about the cool stuff we've done this week?
Yeah, I bought shoes.
Yeah. They're really big, though. And they, play Final Fantasy. Kind of weird for shoes, but, you know.
Comes with, yeah, my shoes came with Astro's Playroom pre-installed.
Yeah, we did go shopping for shoes for Noffles, but also we got a PS5, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, in anticipation of FF16.
I wish I could just target the space between here.
Which means, Sony has officially sold, or rather, Square Enix has sold 2 PlayStations in a row for me. Because I bought my PS4, well, I got my PS4 for Christmas, but I wanted it because they announced Final Fantasy 15 for it.
And then I got my PS4 because you told me about that game.
Yeah.
And then I ended up looking up some spoiler cutscenes and being like, holy shit, Final Fantasy's back, baby! And then that wasn't quite what happened, but it was an encouraging sign.
Yeah.
And then now I think we might actually be in is back, baby territory.
Yeah, like, you know, Yoshi P has clearly mastered the multiplayer of Final Fantasy. So if FF16 comes out and it's amazing, then it means this one guy has just, you know, aced both parts of the franchise.
Oh my god, I was just playing Advance Wars on the Switch, and I keep trying to press the right trigger to fast forward the game, but that's not what happens.
I like being able to play like FF14 in 2 different rooms. The problem is I would have to like move the keyboard back and forth.
You're such a freaking addict.
Well, I'm not saying I'm gonna play it now. I'm just like turning on my PlayStation to see what I do have. Okay, left.
Bum says, so funny story, I started this while I was in the hospital this week, and now I'm just slightly ahead of you.
Huh.
Well, I guess if you're in the hospital, you don't have a lot to do. I know what that's like. I hope you're not, like, don't have anything too serious, though. Hope you're doing alright. In that classic cool turn order. By the way, Advance Wars was kind of pissing me off, because, like, the UI is not great. I really have trouble, like, figuring out, like, oh, what's effective against what, what's weak against what, because it's just, they have, like, this, you know, you just press, like, what is it, like, the trigger on your unit, like, how you press, like, a shoulder button on, Fire Emblem. But, when it's just like, oh, your unit is this effective against these things, there's just like this weird card with like a symbol, and they never explain what that means.
Here, I don't know what to play.
So I really just had to frickin' like, trial and error that crap to get anywhere. You also can't, like, skip cutscenes, so if you ever have to, like, redo a map, you gotta just, like, mash buttons to get through. So what is it with these Nintendo strategy RPGs that get delayed for obscene amounts of time and then still don't come out well? That seems to be a theme we're running into. Alright, this is otherwise fine, but it's just, like, these little annoyances are the sort of thing where I'm just like, how did that never come up as a thing during testing? Brass gunners have limited move. Everyone has limited move in this game. It takes frickin' forever. I feel like I'm playing genealogy. Especially because, like, you know, the whole turn order thing means that I can never know for sure if someone's going to be in a certain position, which means I just kind of have to take everything as it comes. There's also some of that classic Metal Gear bullshit in the map where I was at, where it's like, you spend like 4 turns getting fucking destroyed by these super strong air units, and then your superior officer comes in and is like, oh, by the way, that guy has really great air units. And even your dumbass character that you're playing as is just like, thanks! I don't want everyone to get like too far apart, so...
Party, do it!
No! Terrible idea.
contemplating starting Crash 2.
You could do that.
But I'm worried because it's a Crash game, I'm gonna start making out of context noises.
Yeah, that might be confusing during Shining Force, huh?
Yeah.
I'll just be like acing a map, and you'll be like, ah, god damn it!
Yeah. I make interesting sounds when I'm playing Crash Bandicoot. There's something on there.
Like what?
Well, about Skyrim while we were on vacation, and I also have, Power Wash Simulator.
You didn't already have Skyrim?
Well, I had Skyrim, but I bought the Legendary Edition.
Uh,
With the better, shinier graphics and shit.
I have whatever Bethesda gave me. Because, like, you know, I bought Skyrim like a decade ago, and then they just update it with more shit. You need unit on the map? Let me take a look at that, because that either means you're warning me about a boss, or this just turned into Fire Emblem.
Yeah, I'm feeling laptop, actually.
Oh. Jar.
Jar?
Jar. Yeah, he this is like a, you know, this guy's gotta be a good guy, right? Either that, or he's like an evil prince character who's gonna, like, be a thorn in my side for the rest of the game. Because he's got, like blonde manes. Is that a motorcycle of a sidecar? It's a tank. Skyrim's finally a JRPG? What does that mean? I like having Wooly in chat because I always get to, like, you know, have that feeling of anticipation of, like, an explanation of what he's actually talking about. Yeah, if Jailhawk could just catch up, that'd be real cool. Yeah, let's heal Kazine up. He's very squishy. Yeah, anyone else need healing? I guess we could top Rick up. You can fish in it. I mean, is Stardew Valley a JRPG? I'm tired of this. I can no longer fight for devils. Okay, Chin Man. Jara, what? Didn't you hear me? I mean, you're pretty far away from him, so maybe you didn't. It's like, what? Hey, Grand Seal guys, I'm on your side from now on, okay?
No, we don't need you. Kill him.
Seems legit, but your elf ears don't seem to be attached to your face that well, so you might want to get that looked at. So why is this name Jar on the map? Is that... Did I fuck that up when I made my, like, lowercase patch? Or is that just the translation being really awesome again? Oh, I thought he was gonna be playable now, but he's just doing what he wants. Please don't, like, get yourself killed or something. That'd be really annoying. Maybe his name is Jar when his class is Jar. I don't think that's how that works. Translation being awesome again. Love it! I mean, we're not quite at like Breath of Fire 2 levels, but there's definitely some problems with this translation. Oh, he's gonna become Jaro? Okay. Yeah, if you guys could, like, hurry up and walk into my range, yeah, like that, that's pretty cool. We're gonna get to do something. The O is his halo upon turning good. I don't think saying, like, hey, I don't want to work with the demon army anymore immediately makes you, like a saint. That's how that works, right? If you're a saint, you get, like, the halo and, like, art.
Yeah, absolutely.
No, it's a serious question.
Oh, I don't know.
He gets coronated Jaro, King of Jars.
See,
He can open them real good. Pickles are no match for him.
See, what I love is there's canonically a DC character called the Jaro. It is...
Is he the King of Jars?
No. So, do you know who Starro the Conqueror is?
No.
Okay, so Starro is the first villain the Justice League of America ever fought. It is a giant starfish that shoots out tiny starfish, and they latch onto your face, and then Starro can mind control you.
I can't believe Rhodey just died.
Yeah. Jaro is a tiny, like, Starro... Jaro is a tiny Starro that Batman caught and put in a jar.
Jaro the Starro.
Yes, and then Jaro decides he likes Batman and adopts himself into being Batman's son.
These names are tremendous.
They are. To be fair, Starro was invented in the 60s.
Still, Joe, it sounds like something like a 6-year-old comes up with.
Yeah.
Like, I made this star-shaped enemy. He's a Starro.
I mean, these were written back then for 6-year-olds, so...
I guess. Also sounds like it could kind of be like a racial slur for the star people. Hey, you fucking Starro!
What's funny though is Jaro is actually kind of fucking awesome.
Huh.
Like, they're fighting a superpowered Lex Luthor at the end, and Jaro is just like, hey Luthor, look at me! I'm naked! And then he lands on Luthor's face, and I'm on your face!
He was in an episode of Justice League Unlimited. I didn't see that much of that show.
That, yeah, we watched up until, the epilogue episode with Batman Beyond that turned out to kind of suck now.
So is Jaro gonna do anything, or is he just gonna sit there now that I, like, killed his target?
I love this animation because it looks like everyone's pushing the other person out of the way. They're like, no, let me take the damage!
Oh my god, 2 of them. Ah, this is cool. I love it. Sarah and Karna are gonna have some work to do.
Alright, I'm gonna grab my laptop so I can do things.
Bum, 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 bum. There's no real rules for Halos because of one of those things stolen from paganism. Of course. Living Saints get square nimbuses instead of the circular ones. But Wooly, clouds can't be square. Oh, come on! Fuck you! See, this is the thing about this game. It makes you fall asleep on the really easy shit, and then just like 50 enemies come out of the woodwork to murder you.
Over there, yeah.
Cause see, what happened was the first Shining Force was made by a guy who was like, man, this Fire Emblem game on the NES sure sucks. I can do better. And then they made a second Shining Force and didn't take into account any of the advancements of the genre that happened in between.
How many Fire Emblems happened in between?
I think Shining Force 1 came out like a week before Gaiden. So 2, I guess. Because Mystery would have been out by this point. But Genealogy definitely wasn't, because that was like a 1996 game on a Super Nintendo.
Yeah.
I really need like a super mega heal that just heals everyone in the vicinity. Especially because Sarah died. It would have been real cool if Jaro swooped in for that one. Let me just get my brain tentacles in him so, like, you know, he's under my control. Oh yeah, no, this is fine. Just go ahead. Do this. Very cool. Absolute favorite maneuver. Love when enemies do that. Don't know how much you mention your other platforms not listed on the screen. I did Twitch TOS.
Yeah, there's a lot that we do that can't really be brought up.
I can't talk about my day job.
I can't talk about the contract killing.
What?
I'm just joking.
That effect could use an epilepsy warning? Yes. Perhaps it wasn't as bad on a handheld. I wouldn't know because this was a console game. Jaro, for fuck's sake, you've got wings. You can go a little faster than that, huh?
You're a flying starfish!
Oh my god. We're doing this now, huh? Can't talk during your day job? That's because no one's there! I work from home!
Alright.
Peter, please!
It's time to power walk.
Wait, why is Peter suddenly falling off? What's that about?
I hope nobody can hear my power washing. If you can, say so and I'll turn my laptop down.
It's petering out. Please. I can't handle this right now.
Leave that to Arlena. Unless that was Arlena in the chat.
No, it was Wooly.
Ah.
I'm sure Arlena will catch up in this regard.
Where's my ladder? I had a ladder. Ah, there's my ladder. Power wash simulator.
Hey, Jaro, are you gonna do something, or, he's just fucking sitting there. He's like, yeah, I'll help you guys, and then he doesn't. He just, like, punched the guy next to him once, and now he's just fucking about.
This is the worst version of Zeke.
Yeah, he doesn't even get a cool theme song when you recruit him. Oh, left down. Oh, I thought I could hit from there for some reason, but you can't, obviously. That wouldn't make sense. Jaro, seriously, man. Jaro's the worsto. I hate him already.
Jaro sucks eggs. Bum 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 bum.
You've just posted a song, but I don't know what the lyrics are to. You need a professional soldier like me. What do you think half my army is? Don't answer that.
Okay.
Oh, don't you want Jaro to join our force? And Bo's just like, nah.
You're fired.
Oh, it's Starman by David Bowie. This is where like I lose all of my musical cred. I barely know any David Bowie.
It's okay, I don't either.
Cheerful music starts playing, and I'm just like, oh god, where's the priest? Everyone's dead! Wait, we have a priest with us. Why can't he do that? You fucker.
Conflict of interest.
Conflict of... People are dead!
Yeah, but they're people he knows.
And?
It's conflict of interest.
If you get shot and you know the surgeon, are they just gonna be like, ah shit, can't do that?
Yeah, maybe. This I'm joking about.
Go the other direction, have proto-hipster cred like me for not knowing any songs. No, but I'm too much of a basic bitch for that. That's the thing about my life. I always like fall in between. Where I'm not casual enough for the casuals, but I'm not hardcore enough for the hardcores. Jaro in the sky is idling. So according to guide, as soon as I get to like the gates of that next town, I can then go back all the way to Creed's Castle. You remember Creed's Castle?
Nope.
Exactly. It's all the way on the other side of the fucking map. And then you can get the other people you didn't recruit there originally. It's gonna take forever to do unless someone knows like a cool shortcut for it. Where the hell am I going?
Creed's Castle?
No. I think this is where we're going. Oh no, there they are! Welcome, losers!
Dorks!
You go back through the cave to South Permetia, you can use the caravan shortcut back there much quicker. I'll do my best to figure that out, but... Oh, that's cool. Yeah, no. Don't let me choose who's in my party or not. Just kind of force this guy on me. It's not like I needed her. Game's really cool. QOL, all we have is LOL.
QOL, all we have is SOL.
That's better, actually. Yeah, I'll try to use him. It's just like I needed Janet. Like, I really wish the game would be like, okay, you choose who gets forced out of the party. It's not like it's a mechanic that's like, hey, put your least important person at the bottom of the thing. I didn't even know there was an order. Oh, that's cool. Today's just a day where I get mad at strategy games, I think.
I'm just power washing.
Oh, so you don't even have any choice about it? I get that it was, you know, still kind of the early days for, like, you know, RPGs in a way. Like, a lot of the QOL stuff that we have in games now is, you know, we kind of take it for granted, but, like, this is just the sort of thing where it's just like, you would notice this when you test the game, right? That it's just like, oh, that's really annoying. Maybe we should code in a little thing to let the player decide. Maybe we should alter this event so that you can turn back and change your party, because does it really matter whether or not this guy is, like, automatically in here or not? Like, I'm not invested in this weird man with his flesh-colored cap. His incomplete bald cap that he has for some reason. And also, every other freaking map, the enemies just, like, take steroids. You need to go on the freaking Shining Force fan forum, just slap every single person who's like, this game's so much better than the first one. Like, are you people high? Are you seeing this shit? Oh yeah, no, swear away. I do the same, so that's not against TOS.
Yeah. Fuck.
Because, I mean, how could I smile in a world where I can't shout cunt at the top of my lungs? Oh, you weren't expecting that reference.
Nope, I was not. I really don't get it either, honestly.
That's from Shimoneta.
Oh, right, the show I didn't watch.
It's funny. It's a funny show.
I can do that.
You never swear? That's okay. We still like you.
Yeah, we don't have swearing requirements in the Rosie show.
We have a no swear jar. You need to say fuck every other sentence, or you put a quarter in the jar. I mean, honestly, I've been trying to, like, swear less, because, like, I feel like it'll make me more creative as a speaker. But I don't really have any way to like motivate myself to do that because I just talk and then it just happens. So I was thinking that we could buy like a zapper and then we could do a stream where just every time I swear you just zap me. What the fuck is that damage? I'm not even gonna pretend to understand who's good in this game anymore. Because the answer's no one, I guess.
No one on your team.
This game doesn't have David Bowie, so it loses automatically. I guess my house loses automatically. Didn't take any of the David Bowie records my mom had when I moved out. Needed to conserve space. It was a joke, don't take it that seriously. Your uncle stole your Beatles records? What an asshole.
Yeah.
Hey everyone, Wooly's uncle's an asshole! You don't really care about the Beatles anymore? Fine, but then you could have given them to me. How about you stop being an asshole? Wooly's uncle is a necromancer!
What's wrong with necromancers?
Nothing, but that one's an asshole.
Oh, okay. Walls.
Will you leave Sarah alone? God damn it!
They're all Lynn fanboys, and that's the closest they've got to Lynn.
Then why are they killing her?
Never said they were good fans.
God damn it. He says I can't hang with necromancers, they always raise so much hell. Wooly, I think you need to take over the stream, you're much better than me at this. Yeah, cool, I love this map, it's great. Gotta love a strategy RPG where you have to grind, right? It's the fucking best. Oh my god, why did Rhodey fall off so much? He's in a tank! What is my life right now?
Forgot to change the oil on his tank.
I feel like maybe I'm not gonna win this fight. Yeah, no, cool. Just destroy my tank guy. It's fun. I love it. Any game that has grinding, the grinding needs to be like this quick interaction. Just, boom, boom, boom. So, in like a turn-based RPG or something, right? If it's like, you can get it in and out of battles quick, as long as you're not like dealing with like some annoying enemies you're not properly equipped to deal with, you should be able to just fucking do that and feel like you're getting somewhere. And a strategy RPG is like inherently like, it's really slow. So I feel like grinding is like the worst in this sort of game.
I think you'll have some problems with triangle strategy if you ever have to play it.
Well, good thing I have plenty of other games to play first.
Yep.
I mean, I could technically fast forward, but it's a fast forward that just, like, puts you into another timeline. It's like that episode of Powerpuff Girls where they go too fast and end up in the bad future. That's what happens if I press fast forward in this emulator. I don't mind saying I'm playing on an emulator. I know that, like, some streamers I watch are, like, careful about that, because I guess, like, certain publishers can get uppity about that, but it's like, I'll start worrying about that stuff once I'm actually popular enough for, like, you know, dumb publishers to take notice of my stuff.
And also, I'm sure Sega will be really mad that you didn't pay them in 2023 for Shining Force 2.
I mean, I didn't say that, I'm just saying I'm emulating the game, and, like, we own plenty of Genesis, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's also a physical card of this is stupid expensive, so... Genocide? I mean... Well, technically it's a name, so it would just be Genesis's. Making the most out of this situation here. Because I'm totally gonna die, but at least I want to get as much XP as I can out of it. I wonder if I could just ignore those guys who, like, show up behind you and just outrun them the whole time, and then they'll just give up. Oh, never bringing double attacks into this, huh? Look, Arnold Schwarzenegger beating up on a grade school and then being like, I'm gonna need a gun. Swear to God. Like, the balancing in this game is fucking ridiculous. As in, there isn't any.
Yeah, I much prefer when games are poorly balanced in a way that can, like, let you run, like, just wild over the enemies.
Yeah, I mean, the only time I'll mind a game being too easy if it, like, just stops being stimulating.
Mm-hmm.
And I've rarely played a game like that. Like, it's way more often that it's just like, you know, you run into this brick wall and it's just like, okay, I know that, you know, games are often made and, like, these insane deadlines. You might not have time to, like, you know, perfectly polish everything or even listen to anything that anyone testing the game is saying. I don't know if that was the case here, but, like, in general, it's still just like, wouldn't you notice when you're putting the map together, like, oh shit, this is really dumb. This isn't very fun. But I don't know, maybe they were just like, oh yeah, we need the game to be this many hours or something. It's just like, yeah, just force the player to grind.
Have you tried turning the asshole meter on?
The asshole meter?
Yep.
I don't think my model Genesis has that one.
No, I mean, like, that's the developers.
Oh. Oh, now you have a flamethrower, okay.
Oh, he's a machinist.
Oh man, what the fuck? I can't get to them? Alright, action economy, go. Even though, you know, logically I shouldn't have to get that guy because he just had a turn, so... I'm not saying anything because I'm just like, what am I supposed to say about this situation right here? Like, look at this shit.
Well, we can talk about Astro Boy.
The 60s manga?
Oh, no, I mean Astro's Playroom.
Yeah, it's really cute.
Yeah, like, holy shit, I wasn't prepared for how cute Astro's Playroom was gonna be for, like, you know, a corporate, like, you know, pat on the back. Because, you know...
Oh, come on!
Like,
yeah.
Whoever, like, the people who made that clearly have a love for PlayStation stuff. So it, you know, helps this, like, you know, corporate, just, like, celebration into, like, an actual kind of nostalgic trip.
Holy shit, I won? There may be some survivors somewhere. Well, not within my army, there's not. And once again, why the fuck isn't Sir Astro and, like, fucking fighting with me? Do not touch my rock. Well, now I have to.
I will touch that rock.
We're commandeering this rock.
But it's
The
mine.
past. Holy shit, there really is time travel in this. I am what I am. Is Popeye joining our army? Sir, you have something on your face. You seeing this?
Yeah,
Hello? Hello, I need healing. Hello?
This sounds like it could be a Poke Center theme.
Can you imagine how many people were killed? I don't know, 5? Now that's a good beard.
I'd buy that for a nickel.
I'm getting the fuck out of here! Bye! Gyon the Glid has joined the force.
Good for him?
Glid! Legally distinct Gimli. Yeah, totally.
That's not Gimli, that's Himli.
Wasn't there a Lord of the Rings game that was actually like that?
Oh, you mean Lord of the Rings: The Third Age?
I guess.
Yeah, where it's just like, oh hey, here's a man, an elf lady, and a dwarf, and they're like the backup for the Fellowship, and so they're always just behind the Fellowship, and somehow they end up on the top of the Dark Tower fighting Sauron's eye.
Okay, that caught me off guard. What the fuck?
I can't tell if you're laughing at the game or my explanation.
I'm laughing at the game.
Okay.
I knew about the Lord of the Rings thing.
Okay.
No, this lady drew me.
Huh.
You want to see what it looks like?
Sure. That's the design of, like, a light novel character who's supposed to have, like, the hero job, but is actually totally an asshole because these writers hate people with charisma.
Oh my god, I can't get over that fucking picture. Can we just swap out Bowie's portrait for that in the game? I mean, it is a portrait of Bowie, so... Alright, Shield Face is following us now. I think it'd be really cool if... Oh, a priest exists now. Where is he hiding? In a tree? Let me investigate all of you. Holy shit! What happened?
Oh, I see some of you haven't been praying hard enough.
God, I kind of want that in RPG now, where like the priest who like revives you and shit just has all this like fucking snark. Do you like this jingle? It's a good jingle. Hope you like hearing it 15 times in a row. What's up, boy? Fucking love that. That's how they greet you. Oh boy, it's time to figure out what I have and don't have again.
My favorite game.
No, don't repair. I want to sell. I wish to sell my old weapon because I got new weapon from you just now.
I'm interested in this.
I'm interested in good item.
Thank you.
Alright, time to get the old item list out again. So you can figure out what's good. I mean, I know you can, like, you know, select the item to buy it and then see, like, if it's better than what you have, but that makes me nervous. Because, like, do you want to buy the weapon? Yes, and then you select the person, then you can still back out, and it's like, really awkwardly, like, freaking, I don't know. It's a great sword's better than Buster Sword. You think if you wait long enough for it to mold and harden, the cheerful bread can be used as a weapon? Maybe. I want to make a Zack McCracken joke there, but I haven't played that game on stream yet. He's critical. Okay, critical sword's better than great sword, so I shouldn't be selling these things. Although I guess the Buster Sword is redundant now, because the great sword's better, so if I need another sword, I can use that. I don't know. So I could upgrade people, but also like I'm about to get even more new people, and I like forget some of these people even exist. So I don't know. I don't know what I should be doing with anyone at this point. I mean, I don't think I have anyone in my party who sucks now, so... But, like, you know, some of these people might be useful. Like, she's cute, and then this guy flies, and then this guy has a beard, so... It's making my head spin a little, so I feel like maybe I should just go get those other people, and then figure out like what my lineup's gonna be. So I'm gonna save the game in case I get lost somehow on the way back. Ty is the alternate promotion class Cosne could have reached. Well, but is she good? Should I be using her? God damn it! I didn't want to... Fuck you, witch! I didn't want to leave! Why is this a feature? It's now safe to turn off your Windows 95. I was also pressing what I thought was the cancel button, so I don't know. Ah, you're back! It's like, okay, so I got kidnapped by this witch, and then I have to play Shining Force, and it's like, it's not like I have anything else to do, so I guess I'll just keep playing Shining Force until I beat it, so you could stop having me be kidnapped. Alright, I'm gonna do my best here to not, like, fuck this up. She does a lot of damage, but also takes a lot of damage. That's everyone in this game, though.
Oh my god!
Right?
Yeah, I'm struggling with this stupid bench I'm trying to power wash.
Oh yeah, Power Wash Simulator is like the most hardcore game, man.
Well, the problem is, like, when you've got, like, a really big thing, and it's almost clean according to the meter, but you gotta find this, like, one little speck of fucking dirt. God, what is gonna satisfy you, game? Oh, fuck, finally. Okay.
Imagine walking into just like this freaking empty cave, and just menacing music plays for no reason. Like imagine that like monsters break into your house and use it for a fight, and then your house just sounds like that from now on. Head back to Grand Seal, head south from there. I was doing more or less that. So here's Grand Seal. We're going south. Ride the Rocky River on the caravan. Cool stuff. I don't really know how that makes sense, but I'm glad it works. Dwarven Mine, Elven Town. Okay, so Creed is to the left from here. Oh. Yeah, no, okay. This is Oregon Trail. find the legendary magic sword. But I can't do that if I'm stuck here. May I join your force? I mean, you could have come with me in the first place.
Sure, you can join, but if we find the sword, I keep it.
Oh boy, Adler regained his memory and suddenly went berserk. I don't remember who Adler is. He had a fearful face, but my master seemed to understand everything. He fell into the sea to stop Adler. Is Mr. Creed still alive? Don't ask me, man! You're laying a lot on me right now. I think this guy needs to get his eyes checked out by a doctor. Either that or he's secretly a cat. Now, he fell into the sea. I don't know how you did that from here, but, like, must have been pretty epic.
I mean, how did Camus fall into the sea from where he got fallen?
Ah, shit. You fucking kidding me?
That was one thing that always caught me off guard, is just like seeing the map where Marth actually fights Camus, and then seeing his story for genealogy. For Echoes is that like, oh yeah, after Marth kicked his ass, he fell into the ocean and lost his memories, and then ended up on another continent. And I'm just like, Kaga, do you know how, like, distance works?
Distance is just as much as you're willing to walk.
I don't buy that for this.
Anyway, yeah, so I chose Karna the first time because I really needed another healer. Now though, I'm like, frick. I gotta like figure out who's even gonna be in my force right now, because I don't know a lot of these people now.
Your Shining Force?
I love how, like, you know, putting someone in a caravan is the option Purge. Earth?
Earth?
What is Earth?
Earth?
I
Earth
don't
is
know.
Earth.
I don't know about Earth. Well, you know, Korna might be a better healer, but Sarah can, like, murder people with her high kicks.
And looks like Lynn.
Also, you should have maximum elf in your party. Yeah, this is tough, because I don't know, like, who I would want to get rid of at this point. I guess, like, you know... Did you see that wizard dude's really good? Tyrion here. Quite briefly in the front. He's a mage! This guy's stupid. I have no idea if any of this is smart. I'm just rolling with things. I want to use Jaro, but then I gotta like kick out one more person, or like, you know, put him in my van, my caravan. No, it's fine. I didn't read it as like an elitist thing at all. Like you're being super helpful, so I'm glad. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe Jaro's gonna have to wait. Alright, where are we going anyway?
Shit.
Well, apparently there were some items in the hideout. Tyrion starts weak, but he gains quickly. He also happens to learn all 3 spells at all 4 levels. That sounds pretty good. I'm gonna do my best to level him up without, you know, those last 2 fights happening. I just love that when there's no item in a phase, it just says it was dark inside, and it's like Bowie's surprised by that. Running pimento. The heck is that? Well, whatever it is, better go catch it. Ba-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-dum. Permanent move increase of 2. Okay. I kinda wanna use that on Sarah. Where the heck did it go? Who's got it? Oh, Bowie has it. Bowie! There's an item here you really want to find. It grants you one of the final party members of the game. Alright. See what the guide says about that. You can also find an angel wing, which is not super useful. You won't join the force. When you go out of the passages, people have re-inhabited their homes and will ask you to take away the arm of Golem. Alright. To get it, you need to walk on / search the top left square, then the arm will appear. Yeah, no, this is totally like a blind playthrough, so I would be completely screwed if I didn't have any help. And, you know, walkthrough is pretty good, but not always entirely, you know, because, you know, you're just reading something that someone else wrote years ago, so it doesn't always answer my questions directly. Because first of all, I don't even see anyone, like, talking about this golem thing. Nor do I know how I'm supposed to get into the top left square. Okay, she is asking me about it. Should be that rocky space. Oh, shit, it's over here. What the fuck? Hello? I can't press C for that. What the fuck? That's bizarre. Okay, walkthrough says about the next fight. You'll fight Camila here, but make sure that whoever kills her has an empty item slot since she'll drop the sky orb when she dies. During the battle, you can also win a wish staff. That's gonna be tough, because I always just had to take whatever opportunities I have. I guess I could, like, make sure that as many people as possible have, like, a spare thing. Still don't know what the point is of having an extra shining ball, but...
Watch it turn out like it can use the ball to, like, insta-kill the final boss or something.
Well, it's just Peter's weapon. Eve asks if you're tired.
Yeah, I'm starting to crash. I might go do something to, like, stretch my legs a little bit and get some blood pumping.
I love how there's Elric and Eric. It's like a freight train. Yeah, I'm kinda like... My idea is that I'll kind of like feel this battle out and then probably lose, and then I'll know like who is gonna need upgrades or like who needs to be swapped out. Because if I don't want to overthink it. She looks like a villain from like the '70s Devilman show. Don't you think?
A little bit, a little too cute for that though.
I don't think we should be fighting on like a freaking cultural heritage site, but...
Well, she is evil. Clear up this section floor. And I'll probably maybe go like make the bed or something.
Does it matter a lot when you promote people in this game? Because I've just kind of been promoting them when I can, because they usually need it. Yep, there sure are a lot of guys on this map. It'll affect how they later learn a spell. Ah, so it's like Pokemon evolutions. Which, incidentally, in Pokemon, I also just always let them evolve.
Yeah, same.
I don't got time for that kind of shit.
Plus, I was always just like, no, I want them to look cooler now.
There is one other benefit. What's that? Frickin', we're starting to do this. This is like the zombie map in Shining Force 1. There's just like 5 hours before we can move. That's some good Sarah move. Christ, just come at me already! You know, if I move like slightly too far, then all of a sudden like 5 guys are gonna come at me at once.
Just like Fire Emblem.
Yeah, in Fire Emblem, you can always see like it's very rare that you like don't Cool, love that. It's in Fire Emblem. It's pretty rare that you like don't understand an enemy's aggro range. I love how I'm doing like freaking no damage to this bow guy.
He's bodacious.
He's an asshole. He's Wooly's uncle's uncle. Jesus, man. This isn't even a okay, so okay. So I'm pretty sure, you know, I can get new weapons for some folks and then they'll fight better, but like, if I'm dying in one hit, that's not really gonna help me that much.
I wonder if it works like Terranigma. Where like, in Terranigma your stats go up per level, but if you hit a certain level there's an exponential increase.
I think it's like the usual RPG thing where it's like semi-random what stats you get when you level up. I mean, I'm trying to be as careful as I can here, but it's just like, as soon as I aggro like a million guys, and like, they can just kill most of my people in like a hit. So, I'm not really sure how to be more careful than that, but I guess, you know, there's always the option of grinding a bit, but I don't really want to do that on stream unless I have like something really fun to talk about so that like gameplay doesn't really matter.
You could talk about your Jill stuff.
Yeah, I mentioned this earlier slightly when I mentioned being hyper-focused on modding an old game. I'm trying to create like a level pack for Jill of the Jungle, which some of my older stream viewers may remember.
Yeah!
Yeah, it is also the source of the sound that plays when people follow or donate. Which, speaking of, I should make sure the desktop audio is on, so that if someone does decide to do one of those things, everyone can hear the thing. This is a bad map for grinding. If I go back and like trigger one of those random encounters, will that like be decent for it? There's one battle you should probably hold out for grinding on anyway, since one set of enemies there give you experience enough to grind appropriately for the final battles. That's good to know for later, but I don't think I'm gonna like make it through this without a little grinding. Like, look at how hard these guys are hitting. But hey, if you got faith in me, then I've got faith in the you who has faith in the me. And I've got faith of the heart.
I'm sorry. Was that Star Trek Enterprise?
It was. Because even though I don't understand why that's the intro to a Star Trek show, I honestly kind of love that song. It's really catchy. And like the closest thing to country music that I can stomach.
I don't even know you anymore. I'm kidding.
I'm a bigger Star Trek fan than you are, so shut up.
This is true.
I had to deal with Enterprise when it was coming out, okay?
I was there! I was in the trenches.
I was in the trenches of watching TV.
Where were you when Star Trek thought it would be a good idea to have the actors stripped down and, like, rub jello on each other?
What?
That was a thing they did, right? Like,
Was it?
Like a decontamination room that was there for fan service.
I don't think I saw that part. I couldn't get too far into the show because it wasn't very good. Yeah, I figure, like, you know, the objective here is getting to Camila. It's just... I feel like I'm gonna end up fighting basically everything on my way there anyway.
Demon Lady's name is Camila.
Yeah?
That's a villain's name, and
She
she's
is
a villain. I know. I was trying to do the Zeta Gundam thing.
Me too, but like I didn't do the we didn't say it in the same way.
Yeah. For those of you who haven't watched Zeta Gundam, the protagonist is a boy named Camille. He is very insecure about his name. And so, like, one of his famous lines from a video game is, "Camille's a man's name, and I'm a man!" Of course, in the show itself, you get, like, "Camille's a perfectly fine name for a man," and then he punches a cop.
Yeah, and then later, he steals a mech.
He steals classified prototype military hardware to pick on a different policeman.
Hey, policeman!
It's so good. It's like...
Camille is great because he's, like, completely unstable.
Yes, like... It seems like he's being pretty, like, rash out of nowhere in that first episode. Until you're like, oh, wow, his home life has been terrible. This has just been a long time coming, and it just happened to be on the day when, like, AUK people were there to steal a mech.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like, you know, he's just reached that point where it's like, you know, we look at, like, a ton of, like, horrible shit happening in the world, and we're going, like, you know, something should happen with that. But, you know, we don't have easy access to Gundams
Nope.
to deal with that. And Camille, like, gets this opportunity and just, like, you know, rolls with it. Like, he's been in that same freaking boat. And, the other day I saw someone on Twitter say, like, their headcanon was Camille is trans mask. And that's why he's so annoyed about his name. And I'm like, that also just explains everything about why he's just like, you know, why he hates cops that much.
Yeah, but if he's trans-masked, why doesn't he ever, like, pick a different name?
I don't know, I mean...
Especially once he's with the AU.
he's written by Tomino, that's why.
Okay.
That's a lot of level.
Love how different from Amuro Camille is, in a good way.
People used to think that punishing is better. I don't know if that's true. I think people just didn't know any better when games were stupid hard. Like, I don't think Nintendo hard was an endearing term at the time. It was just like, yeah, you gotta buy the fucking magazine to figure out where the fuck you're going and how to, like, do shit.
Yeah, like, I straight up cannot imagine anybody, like, being successful at, say, Zelda 1 without a guide.
Mm-hmm. And it's like, there are some incredibly difficult games that I love, but that's because, you know, I feel like there's this thing where it's like, you know, you work at it and something starts to click in your head. And a game like this is just, I feel like things just kind of happen and then I have to react to them. So it's not like playing like frickin' like, I don't know, Revenge of Shinobi, where it's like, I beat that game. That game is stupid hard. There's only one part in the game that I would say is like not fair though. Because other than that, it's just a matter of you gotta get good. You gotta just learn the controls, the level layouts, and I do use a certain like hidden thing where it's like you can kind of farm lives if you know where a certain secret thing is. But like, I feel like that's one of those weird things where that's kind of them imperfectly getting around like certain conventions of the day, because this was a console game as a sequel to an arcade game. So I think they were just kind of like, oh, well, it needs to like, you know, drain your quarters that you're not actually putting in, but then also that's stupid, so let's put in these secrets. And then if you know the secret, you know, you can basically play it with virtually infinite lives, which doesn't make the game like easy. You still gotta like actually just be able to do it. Or like a game like Contra, or like really like any shoot 'em up. It's just a matter of like, you gotta learn it. Like, I had so much fun beating Toho 7. Because I didn't feel like that game was unfair. It just, yeah, like, it doesn't pull its punches. It doesn't hold your hand. That's not to say I'm one of those, like, weird Dark Souls elitists who's like, if there's an easy mode, then my balls shrink, or whatever, you know? I don't get those people, because it's like...
Their balls are already so tiny, how can they shrink anymore?
Like, even, like, you know... It's one of those things where I was kind of like, okay, if I explain to this person, like, okay, this is why your viewpoint doesn't really make sense to me, what are you actually saying? And then it was like, no, they actually did mean, like, you know, there shouldn't be an easy mode because then my accomplishment will be lesser. And it's like, but you're not playing on easy mode. Is it really so hard for you to say, like, I beat it on normal or whatever, you know?
Oh, they don't have many accomplishments in their lives.
I think that's kind of rude to say.
Yeah. They shouldn't say stupid things, though. Yeah, if you ever want to, like, really piss off a hardcore, like, Dark Souls elitist, call it a JRPG. Like, I love it. But,
So, yeah, it's like, you know, I don't mind having, like, you know, easier difficulties in a game where the whole point is, like, you know, get good. Because, like, you know, maybe someone likes the aesthetic and the general thing, but they can't fuck with the difficulty because, you know, maybe they're just not... Maybe they just don't really have the talent for that sort of gameplay, or, you know, they don't have the time to put in, but they still want to enjoy the game in some way. Or maybe, you know, they're disabled. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
I'm dead now.
I was gonna say, like, there are accessibility features that are part of it, too. Like, I love XCOM Enemy Within. The first time I got it, it kicked the shit out of me. So I ended up having to, like, put it on easy and use some of, like, the cheat characters. Mm-hmm. And then, like, beating it on easy helped me kind of figure out what I was supposed to do, so then every other time since then I've played it on normal, and I generally, you know, make my way through okay. Like, I've had some normal runs where, like, even without saves coming, I, like, make it through without losing a soldier. It generally helps to have, like, a squad sight sniper as soon as you can get them, and then everything dies.
Yeah, I think, like, difficulty modes are super great, and I don't feel like, you know... I think... You know what I think is great? I think it's great when the difficulty modes, like, explain, like, this is made for this sort of person. Because, you know, I usually just go with whatever the default is for my first playthrough, because I'm like, okay, this is clearly, like, you know, the starting point of what the developer wanted to do, and then everything else is you know... based on that in regards to, like, oh, this is for people who like, you know, want to take it a bit easier, or they might not have the experience to, like, you know, play this sort of game that I'm an enthusiast of, and that's why I'm making this game. And harder modes might be like, do you want an extra challenge now that you know how the game works? But then, you know, sometimes it's just like, you know, you play, you start up a Toho, and it'll, even though there's, like, you know, a meme about, like, easy mode, it tells you, like, hey, if you're not, like, a huge shoot-'em-up person, you should play this mode.
Yeah.
And then, you know, normal is for, like, people who are experienced with this sort of thing. So, there's, from the game design perspective, there's really no shame in playing easy mode.
And then, like, yeah, in Mass Effect, like, Mass Effect 3 at least, they might have ported this back to, like, 1 and 2 for the Legendary Edition. You had your, like, you know, your typical, like, easy, normal, hard modes, but then they also put in a story mode. Which was, like, even easier than easy, and it was just like, if you just want to see the story, like, put it on this, and you'll, like, rip through everything. And then, the Pathfinder games, have, like, your typical, like, easy, normal, hard settings and so on, but they also let you extensively customize, like, the effects of a difficulty. So you can end up on, like, a custom difficulty where certain things are unforgiving or certain things are easier. Where you can make it so, like, oh, the enemies have the normal amount of health, but they are actually way less likely to hit you and that sort of thing.
Right.
And I kind of like that. It's really cool.
So when I have magic people, is there any point in upgrading their weapon? Because, like, does it only affect, like, their physical? Because, you know, obviously, if you're using physical with a magic unit, you're probably doing it wrong. Damn, I don't have the money. I feel like I should get this when I have money again too, so... is there anything I can sell that I just don't really need? I haven't been using this, so... I guess there's also characters where I'm just like, I don't even know if I'm going to use this person at all, so... But, you know, maybe I will, so then it would be stupid if they don't have a weapon. So, I don't know. I can't really power game this game. You know what? I'm gonna sell these angel wings. Because when the fuck am I ever gonna need that? Angel wings are weird. I feel like they're kind of just a holdover from Shining in the Darkness, where having an item to instantly escape the dungeon was, of course, very useful. And then here's just like, not only do you have a spell on your main guy to immediately get out of a battle, but also, there's nothing wrong generally with just dying, because I've never been in a situation in either the first game or this one where I, like, don't have the money to just get everyone revived anyway. It only affects physical until you get to the mithril weapons with bonus effects. Okay. Good to know. I believe the Goddess Staff that was in the deal section, that was listed as a mithril weapon in the walkthrough, so... I want to get that when I can. And also, I don't know how to see how much gold I have outside of the shop. Let's try this again. Let's see if we can get anywhere this time. Look over at the clock and I'm like, I thought it was later than this. I'm just like, I hope I don't spend an hour and a half doing this map now. Alcazar says, I'm fond of difficulty modes, but I'm more interested in games that do something different with their core structure instead of them being play the game until they get to a cutscene. That seems like a wildly different problem and also a very broad statement. That could be anything.
Alright, I'm gonna go stretch. Warm my blood up and stuff.
Okay. Special nautical noises. How do you like that ASMR? Alright, so I guess these rocks, like, fuck with your, movement. Because everyone's starting off with, like, way less movement than they should. I wish I had some way to buff Sarah's defense, because she obviously needs to get in front to do her death kick, but then, you know, if she then immediately takes a punch to the face and explodes, that's less than ideal. Oh shit, I never got to finish what I was saying about Jill of the Jungle. I don't know what happened, but I guess I got interrupted by something. But yeah, there's like a level editor, which is very cool. It's a very good level editor, like tons of documentation for how everything in the game works. And like not many people have made level packs for that game, so I feel like I wouldn't just be like, you know, with a lot of stuff, I feel kind of intimidated, where it's like, oh, you know, if I made a Doom map, then it's like, you know, people have been making those for 30 years, and now I'm gonna come in, you know? With Jill of the Jungle, it's like, there's like 2 level packs that have been released, so I feel like I'd be able to, like, contribute something cool to that. The thing is, I don't really like custom levels in games when the graphics are still the same. I guess because, you know, my general weirdness with spatial stuff just makes me feel like it's not new enough. So I wanted to be able to mod the graphics as well. And, the graphics format has been, like, documented, but no one's made, like, a utility where you can actually just do that, like mess with the graphics. So I had to code it myself. So I made a program that exports the graphics from Jill of the Jungle, and then you can edit them in a sprite editor. And then I haven't gotten to the point yet where you can import them back into the game, but it should be fairly easy to do. And I made a little level too, just to like see if I could. Allison, welcome to the chat. I do like NASCAR references. And that's why I should play Illusion of Gaia on stream as well. Okay, this guy sucks, so we're gonna kill him as quickly as possible. See, I don't get how just like a dude with a bow can just like take missiles from a tank. And just be like, yeah, no, that's fine. It's good stuff. Yeah, hyperfocuses do be like that, so I spent most of the week working on that Jill of the Jungle thing, instead of other things I probably should have been doing. Go. Now, I'd really appreciate if they didn't immediately come in and murder Sarah, but they probably will anyway. I had a hyper-focus a while ago on Gunpla. I started building Gundam models, and I bought a whole bunch, and my hyper-focus like ran out before I could finish them all, so some of them I still haven't actually made. I should get back to that. But like right now I'm in a really like productive-minded place. So I'm like, you know, like I could make this, but there we go. That was expected. So I'm like, oh, you know, I should be drawing or like working on the game that I'm making instead of like doing this. Or like, you know, playing one of my video games that I bought that I haven't like gotten anywhere close to finishing. Because I bought Advance Wars recently, and then I also bought the Mega Man Battle Network collection on the same day, which I haven't even beaten the first game yet, because it's a little tedious in places. That seems to be what's just happening to me right now, is like, I got this game, I got Advance Wars, I got that Mega Man Battle Network, and they all just have a problem with certain things being really tedious in those games. Alright, I seem to have somehow not gotten, like, my entire party drop-kicked immediately this time. Okay. Gion is good. Guyan, I don't know. Beard Man. It should really, like, I know there's, like, a secret code to rename people, but you have to, like, rename every single character at the start of the game if you use it. I wish you could just rename him the Beard Man now. Oh, info dump on Sorcerer. Sorcerer magic is summon magic, based on elementals aside from the last one. The last spell you get, I presume. They can do higher damage to enemies weak to the element, but the important thing to remember is that I stopped being able to read for a moment. But the important thing to remember about this magic is the damage spreads the more enemies it hits, by which I mean it's best to summon on one enemy instead of a group. Okay. That sounds cool. I hope that was in the manual for the game that I don't have, because otherwise I'd just be like, you know, how would you figure that out? I will try to, like, keep that in mind. If I get to use Taya, because I have to, you know, really mind my step on this. Oh. Excuse me. That guy just scoffed at me! What a rude dragon guy thing. I mean, if I can get Taya close enough, then I'll be able to, like, strike first, right? But, I really gotta, like, keep everyone, like, apart, because, you know, what happened last time was an archer strolled up and just shot her, and she died immediately. So, I'm having a little trouble getting her in place on this particular map. Depending on how this goes right now, I might end up grinding off stream a bit, so maybe then I'll get to figure out, like, this is how to use my Taya effectively. So what other Shining Force games have you played, D-Bomb? Like, have you played, like, 3 and CD? Or, like, I don't know, Final Conflict on a Game Gear, even? Rick taking one for the team as usual. Though Rick doesn't seem to be getting his ass beat as much anymore, which is cool.
It's me!
I don't play Final Conflict. Yeah, I played the first one, obviously. Wow. I was really hoping to get to Rick before that would happen, but... Oh, no, please don't do this. Please don't start doing this annoying shit now. Anyway, yeah, I've played Shining Force 1 to completion multiple times. I've never beaten this game, and I didn't want to, like, go out of order I think I've played maybe 5 minutes of Shining Force 3 when I was testing out my Sega Saturn. Think there's any magic dudes here to like ruin my day if I get my people close. So I'm just gonna do this. That's the 3 copies of Feed's Weapon Triangle. Then I'll be right at home there.
Oh boy. So,
Hmm?
on Reddit,
Yeah.
this is a good Reddit story, actually.
Okay.
Somebody was asking for, like, JRPGs that, like, you know, start kind of happy and then get, like, really dark.
Mm-hmm.
And I told them to go play Terranigma. And then somebody was just like, I've never heard of this, but I downloaded an emulator and I like, you know, the opening and the intro in the first village, so I think I'm gonna play the rest. And I'm just like, oh, you poor motherfucker.
I mean, this is your fault.
Yeah.
You did this.
I did. And I'm glad, because Terranigma's great, but also this guy's just absolutely not prepared. Like, nobody's prepared for Terranigma the first time they play it.
Whoa!
He got rocked.
I think I just summoned Shaquille O'Neal. He was in that Genie movie, right? Kazam?
Kazam?
That was
Maybe?
that was Shaq, wasn't it?
I think.
Yeah, let's green egg and ham it.
So, honey,
Yeah.
what is the game that like you have like replayed and finished the most?
Probably like, I want to say Jazz Jackrabbit, but as a kid, I was a big cheater, so I'm actually not sure it counts. Sonic 2's up there, probably.
I was thinking probably a Sonic game, yeah.
Yeah. As far as playtime goes, I probably played Sonic 3 and Knuckles more, but I never really liked playing through that whole thing nearly as much as Sonic 2. Because some of those early zones just, like, destroy the momentum. So I would always just, like, play parts of that game. "90% of enemies do not like the green egg and ham it." Yeah, like, that's why I had to die. No one actually needs... I've never actually used this. You know what? I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna see what happens when I use
Let's
this.
see. I'm trying to think of what I've probably played to completion the most.
Mega Man X.
Maybe, yeah. It's that I'm thinking it's probably like Mega Man X, Kingdom Hearts 2, and Final Fantasy 14. Actually, though, as a kid, I think I replayed like the Sly Cooper trilogy fairly often. So they didn't take like particularly long to beat, I don't think.
Yeah, I'm, even when I was a kid and I was more prone to replaying games, I usually didn't, like, do full playthroughs of things. I don't think that happened very often.
Yes.
D-Bomb's going off in a chat with the Dr. Seuss rhymes because I said green egg and ham it. I keep thinking Beardman is an enemy, and I just gotta remember, like, oh no, that's one of my dudes. Fairy powder does. There's too much stuff in this game.
Actually, come to think of it, I think I've replayed the Mass Effect trilogy quite a few times. A lot in college. And like every good BioWare player, I started up and was like, yeah, time to make all of the exact same choices I did last time. I think what I would do with Mass Effect is spoilers for a game that's been out for more than a decade. I would alternate who I save on Vermeer, like every playthrough. So like one playthrough save one person, the other playthrough I'd save the other person. Mass Effect is fun.
Well, Taya got 2 hits off, so her rate's improving. Now for Tyrion to actually do something. Wow, he looks nothing like his portrait. Why is he like holding an assault shell? This spread's a little goofy. It's a little goofy. Just a little bit of the goofs. A little sprinkle of goof. Oh man, that dragon newt was very offended. Fortunately, Gerald decided that he doesn't want to like get completely destroyed in one hit anymore, so...
Oh man, I was just thinking about like replay stuff. And like you've replayed at least the opening few hours of FF6 a ton, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Enough that like your mom actually knows the intro to that and loves the music. I just had in my head like, I think we should do the next time we go to visit your family. You okay?
I was trying to hit the Pegasus Knight and somehow it just overshot.
Next time we visit your family, we should bring a Switch dock and show her the Pixel Remaster opening.
Yeah.
That like really nice like orchestral score.
Yeah, especially because they finally put the credits back in.
Yep.
Fucking weird shit.
I'm a little less like hard on them now that like they've actually come out and said here's why the credits were not in. But part of me is also like, how come you guys couldn't get to this like conclusion the first time? Like,
apparently, like from what I read in an interview, and this was like Google translated, so I'm not sure how accurate this all is, but apparently it's like they tried it, they thought it didn't look good, or like they didn't like the idea of like, oh, we're putting ourselves in here instead of the people who actually made the original game. So they decided not to do it, and then, you know, all the players were like, this looks fucking stupid, where are the credits? So then when the console version came along, I guess they were like, well, let's, you know, just do that idea then. But I don't know, I think next time I play FF6, I'm probably just gonna play the original with, like, some of those, like, cool patches.
Yeah.
Where, like, you know, uncensors the game and shit. Like, Pixel Remasters are pretty cool, but, like, FF6 is one of those games which, like, it needs to be perfect for me, because I love that game way too much.
yeah, I get you.
But yeah, like, a lot of the older FF games, I've, like, played the opening hours a lot. Definitely with FF5, because, you know, that game gets hard at some point. But I always just love, like, the opening, like, salvo of that game is really fun. So what we usually just happen with a lot of RPGs is, you know, I get in there, I love it, get stuck somewhere, and then, you know, next time I'm there, I either lost my save, or, like, I don't remember what the hell I was supposed to be doing, and didn't have easy access to a walkthrough when I was a kid, so...
I really liked FF5. Like, I thought it was just gonna be kind of like filler between, like, you know, the more dramatic stories of...
What am I doing? I'm losing my mind here. I was trying to heal May, and somehow I ended up healing Karna, who had full health.
Oh.
Anyway, sorry, you were saying?
like, I thought FF5 would be kind of filler because it comes between, like, the really dramatic stories of 4 and 6.
Mm-hmm.
And then it turned out to be fun as shit. Like, the story, like, knows when to get emotional and be serious, and then when to, like, lay off and tell a fucking joke. And there are plenty of jokes, and they're all really good.
Yeah, I feel like, it's got that very, like, 80s, 90s fantasy thing where it's like, yeah, it can be comedic, but that doesn't mean that, like, the whole thing is a complete farce.
Yeah, it's the best 90s fantasy anime that never got made.
It's really kind of weird that, like, a lot of the stuff I really love, like that fantasy aesthetic,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like, oh, people stopped doing it or only started doing parodies because, like, it was oversaturated. But then when I'm, like, actually looking for stuff like that because I love it, I can't find it.
Yeah.
Just like, okay, I got my Lodos, but where are all my other Lodoses?
Yeah, it's a lot like how isekai as a genre is just like, oh, it's like every fantasy world but now you're reborn in it, and I'm just like, or they're all parodying, like, they're parodying the isekai concept where, like, oh, you're reborn and you have to go on the quest or you're super powerful or whatever, and then it's like, that show doesn't exist.
Where is it?
Yeah, like, oh, so you're all joking about a story where somebody summoned to another world and actually has to, like, fight and do cool things and go on an epic quest? Mm-hmm. Where can I watch it?
Man, I don't know if I should go in there with Bowie. Yeah, thanks, Corona.
I got him.
I'm thinking of making a save state here because D-Bomb said that Camila hits really hard, but also, so does Bowie. But if Bowie dies, then I lose the map, so...
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna hop around in my little VTuber world.
Shining Force is the version of the Four Hounds from Engage where you get to just run away over and over again when you're defeated.
She can move twice in a single turn. Oh, we're doing that shit again, huh?
Cleaning this up before. Power wash simulator.
Simulating some power wash.
This is a super comfy game. I highly recommend Power Wash Simulator for people.
I should play it.
You should.
Oh man, you know what would have been a cool addition to this? Rescue.
Ooh.
Rescue and Warp would make this so much better. Oh, she really hates that guy.
Yeah, Rescue
Like,
and
fuck you, Tyrion!
Rescue and Warp are just like quintessential Fire Emblem strategy horseshit. I kind of love it.
Camila probably sounds more like... She's more like this, She's like, oh, I don't like your hat, Tyrion, so you must die.
Is she one of those, like, lady bad guys that gets redeemed because it turns out the hero's attractive, or is she gonna die hard?
She just seems like this weird, like... She's like an Ursa Yatsura character, where she's just kind of, like, rolling with shit.
She's gonna, like,
She just doesn't seem, like, super invested in things either way, but she's like, well, I guess I'm fighting on this side.
She gonna, like, meet up with the real villains. They're like, excellent, it's time to genocide. And she's like, whoa, wait, what, you're serious?
You just fucking set her on fire like the Guardian. It's the law. Traitors die by fire. Jaro is just, like, slowly edging away.
Maybe don't bring me to this map.
Yeah, Jaro's probably happy I left him in a caravan. Hey, are we gonna pick up that orb, or,
Bum 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 bum.
Prison Flowers, the enemy I mentioned? What enemy? You mentioned a lot of things. Let's go back and get unscrewed. Bowie, where are you going?
Priest is just like, oh, well, maybe if he actually fucking came to church on Sunday, he wouldn't have to time travel.
I've been doing this all from Monday to Saturday, man! This game's just been taking place over the course of 6 days. You're not counting the year-long time skip near the beginning of the game. See you later, Eve!
Bye, Eve. I'm contemplating taking the day after FF16 comes out off, because it comes out on a Thursday. So, you know, we're probably gonna, like, go grab it immediately. Play it all fucking night. Which is complicated, because that's a stream night, but I also want to experience that on the living room TV for the first time.
Yeah, but also, I also want to play it.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a little difficult for us. I see it's another one of those days where the mocap is just deciding my face is doing all sorts of interesting things it's not doing. I thought I was supposed to, like, go through here to get a ship. Where the fuck is the ship? There's not a port? I think I missed some, like, particulars about this plot, because it's not really a plot that makes me pay a whole lot of attention. Oh, the bird is the ship. What? I hope it's just like Bobbity spaceship. I always thought that thing looked really cool. Like, I really want that to be in more DBZ games. Because I only remember, like, one DBZ game where they had a Bobbity spaceship background.
Well, you can only see, like, the top of it, right?
But they go inside to fight.
Yeah.
And even if it's like, okay, it'd be kind of small for a Dragon Ball Arena, it's literally a thing where, like, Bobbity's magic can, like, change it, right?
I guess. You know more about the Boo Saga than I do.
Well, you know, if you ever fucking continue watching Dragon Ball, we'll get there someday.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a bit where, like, Vegeta's fighting one of the Mook dudes, and, like, Bobbity, like, takes them to, like, his home world, so he'll be in his element. And it's like 10 times gravity. Mm-hmm. Which, you know, is also just a natural state of Vegeta.
Yeah.
So,
he's like, bitch, I train in several hundred times Earth's gravity.
Yeah, Pui. And he's just thinking, like, I'll get you now, you're saying. And Vegeta, you know, of course, just, like, fucking, he doesn't even give a shit, kicks his ass. And the guy's like, ah! And then Vegeta's just, like, you know, kind of just, like, doing, like, the like, boxing footwork, like, practice kind of thing.
Yeah.
Just kind of fucking with him. And then Chris Sabat just has this really cool line delivery, which is like, maybe if this was 100 times gravity, I'd be in a little bit of trouble. But 10 times? I don't even feel it. I can't go that deep, but it's so cool when he says it. Boo Saga Vegeta had some fucking good lines, like when he's like, I'm going to crush you and throw you into the wind. So fucking cool. So we have a fucking spaceship now, or whatever?
Oh, I got the lunar whale.
Where am I supposed to put this fucking orb? You'd think it'd be over here, but... He says to put the orb in the cockpit, but that looks like the only, like... Don't tell me you gotta, like, do it on this side or something. No? Oh, I gotta, like, use the item, right? That makes sense. You do that so little in this game that I just kind of forgot that you can do that. The ship's vibrating! Oh my god, I thought it was just like blue carpet, but you can just like stand on glass, I guess, and just, oh my god, that would like fuck me up. That would fuck you up.
Oh yeah.
You just be looking down and just be like, oh god, we were very high up.
I need to go vomit.
No wonder everyone else is standing way the fuck back there, where there's just, you know, tiles.
Yeah. Yeah. For the chat, I get very bad vertigo. If you want to know how bad, if I have a 2-step step stool, the second step makes me freeze up and I can't move.
I'm amazed you were able to deal with some of the stuff we did at the Efteling. Which is a Dutch theme park, by the way.
It's easier when I'm, like, sitting down, I guess.
Because we didn't go on, like, the crazy roller coasters, because I don't like those either.
Yeah.
Because I get very motion sick. Boy, it's almost here already?
Boys,
crap. I do a different voice for this guy every time. He just has one of those faces.
He'll be passing over the Cape soon. Good, I'll do anything to get my powers back. They're stronger than we thought, but I have an idea. Please let me try it.
No.
Well?
I think it's better for us to shoot them down over the Cape.
Smart villain idea? What is this? Are we gonna do Top Gun right now? Is that what's happening?
Are you in the danger zone?
I think this guy's portrait was taken when he was, like, sleeping. Like, if it was just closed eyes, it'd be like, oh, he's one of those guys who's gonna open his eyes later, and it'll be like, oh shit! But also, what is his hair doing?
He's in Super Saiyan mode.
Yeah, but like, no, the back of his head, like, the hair is just going down, so he's just like...
He's only halfway Super Saiyan.
Like in Lord Slug?
Yeah. You know, you can only get the front part up.
CN Tower is the highest tower in Canada, and the top of the tower has a glass floor. Remind me to never go there, then. If I somehow find myself in Toronto. Still amazed by how Shining Force 1's translation, like, makes a bunch of shit up, but reads so much better than this one that is probably more accurate, but is just very fucking goofy. I'm just amazed by how frickin' Gesh did the whole, like, you come find me in the place. And you expect it to just be like, you know, he's like waiting there because he's gonna like challenge you properly and everything, right? Or like, you know, he's got a specific thing where it's like, I kidnapped your girl or something, you know? But instead it's just like, yeah, he tells you to come over there with that ship, and then he just fucking shoots you down. Good bastardry. Whoop.
Very, like, good music for it, too.
For a second, I thought Astral fucking died. He just, like, hit his head like the Sixth Doctor. You land, head south. Alright. Oh, this is really cool. There's just everyone's just here, and they all have something to say. Oh, my twinkling stars. Oh, my twinkling stars.
Greetings, Bowie. Nothing to report.
Looks like Sarah was a Southern Belle the whole time. I'm realizing now that they don't actually all have unique lines. They're all just kind of sharing the same 3 lines. What a ride! What a ride! What a ride!
You could say that again. What a ride!
Everyone's dead! I was hoping a caravan would say something somehow.
Sorry, Bowie. When the ship crashed, everything got rattled, so we lost all the money. Why are you looking at me like that? It's okay, you're insured for, 5 gold.
I don't think that's gonna cover it. Monks are dedicated to studying the powers of the mind. We train very hard.
We're totally radical.
I'm a jumping guy. I'm too busy jumping and twirling to talk to you. I don't know. I can't do normal voices when I read dialogue.
Oh, did you land in Fabul?
I might have.
Alright, cool. Time to recruit Yang.
Okay, so this guy's a safe guy. Can you jump like that? In Final Fantasy, I can. That's how I get around in FF14 when I'm bored.
Oh yeah, I forgot to send you the little panda I got. I'll have to do that the next
I really gotta pick it back up.
Yeah.
It's so weird that, you know, I finally get the Shadowbringers and then, like, I just kind of lose motivation on the game. I really just, you know, this coming week, I'm gonna take a day to just freaking play FF14 because it's good.
You sit down in a few hours, you can probably at least get to, like, the fairy stuff. The pixies.
So was that all that was there, or was there something I missed? Oh, no, work your way around to the back on the left. I don't know what you're trying, but chat delay. It's very cool. Astral's is really bloodthirsty. He's constantly going like, Bowie, sick him. That's just basically what he's doing. Hold on. Chaos Wizard. I think I'm gonna need some help on this one. I think I'm gonna need some help to deal with this. Hang on, guys. How do I do this? Yeah, it's me, the evil Chaos Rosie. I don't have my effects on because I don't want Nothels to get, like, infected by my awesome chaos powers.
Yeah, somebody needs to be a stick in the mud. That's why I'm playing a game about cleaning.
Well, as a mere mortal, you wouldn't be able to handle that. You get infatuated with the powers of my cool glitch voice, and then, you know, everything would just... You would die. Anyway, I hear there's some pretenders to the throne out here. People calling themselves Chaos Wizards. I don't think so. Got some of this classic Shining Force 1 bullshit, where you're just in a bunch of mountains for like 5 turns. Hey, this isn't so hard. Wonder why Rosie let me out of the closet for this. Just moving some guys about. Nothing's happening. What is this shit?
Shining Force 2.
We're like shitting Force 2. These guys are too terrified to even come at me. What is this?
Still
Oh,
Shining Force 2.
look! We got a hero. We got a hero over here, guys. This Dragon Newt. He's gonna do it. We got a bunch of fucking dopey birds. Look at these fucking things. That's supposed to be a griffin. Look, they put a pigeon on like. Got like a pigeon head. So Rosie's been reading a lot of European comics lately. They're like hard to get here in the States because frickin' barbarians over here. They don't know culture. They're like, yeah, the culture.
The culture!
It's hard to buy all these things because they're expensive. There's also Donald Duck, which is a honorary Dutch comic. Dutch people fucking love Donald Duck. And the only way to get those classics is like getting like these fucking Fantagraphics books, which are definitely expensive. They are cool. Yeah, Rosie got this Asterix omnibus. It's pretty cool. 3 stories in one go. And that seemed to be the only way they were releasing them in America, but now I'm seeing that there's, like, regular ones. And, you know, I don't think that's as cost-effective getting those. But they actually, you know, look like European comics should, with, like, the covers and the sizes and shit. So I'm like, god damn it. There's apparently even like a big box set you can get, and when they say box set, it's literally like a cardboard box that just has all the issues in it.
I think a while ago Marvel put out an Infinity Gauntlet box set, and it was like fucking gigantic and ridiculously expensive, and I was just like, this is fucking stupid, because it's mostly completely inconsequential tie-in issues. Because the actual Infinity Gauntlet is only like 6-something issues. I cannot wait for them to do that with Jonathan Hickman's Secret Wars, which was 8 whole issues and a metric fuckload of tie-ins.
Yeah, Rosie needs to continue reading Spider-Man. If she, like, listened to me more often, she'd be reading so much more stuff. Just 'cause, you know, reading is fun. What's the point of having all these comics if you're not gonna read them, right? Right?
Right.
Right?
Right. At least, like, if they do that with Jonathan Hickman's Secret Wars, the gigundo number of tie-ins will be way more interesting than pretty much any other event. Because the premise of the event let the tie-ins basically be like, hey, do whatever you fucking want. So it's like, can I have, like, Mad Max Captain America fighting, like, Hulks in a wasteland? Yeah, sure, go for it. You got 2 issues. That's a real event. That's a real tie-in, by the way.
He got close. Those griffins look a little more like griffins, though. Yeah, comics are nuts. You're always, like, saying stuff that makes me go, like, oh shit, that sounds awesome, I want to read that. But then also there's always some complicated bullshit.
And that's normally the mainline Spider-Man book. But yeah, no, Jonathan Hickman's great. Everything he writes is fucking awesome.
You should just, like, put books in Rosie's hands and be like, read this.
Yeah.
She should do the same to you, too.
Yeah. Maybe the next time you're feeling kind of blurf and not sure what to do, I'm just gonna grab Miss Marvel and be like, here, read this. Or Young Avengers. Young Avengers kicks ass. It's so much fun.
All my magic users are just hanging in the back. Not even able to get anywhere.
Oh god. Now on the hunt for, like, little tiny specks of dirt in a huge area for the last bit of power washing. Oh my god.
See, that doesn't make sense, because if you gotta hunt for them, then how can they find him?
Yeah.
They should just be like, yeah, that looks great. Actually, I shouldn't move Rick too far. Honk. See, now we're in the upswing again, because this fight is, like, no big deal. I don't understand how this game is put together, man.
There we go. I'm gonna find 2 fucking railings that are apparently not clean. Oh, those. Okay.
Purple worm, blue worm, green worm, red worm,
Earthworm.
Jim.
He's dead, Jim.
What do you think about Earthworm, Jim?
I think it was a Game Boy Advance game I borrowed from a friend when I was a kid, played, and then gave back.
Neat. What did you like it?
I guess, but, like, not enough to care to get more of it, I guess. What about you? What do you think of Earthworm, Jimmy?
I remember the cartoon as a kid. It was very odd. And then I played the games and they were hard.
Oh,
The first 2 games, it's like they're fucking hard and weird, but like, you know, they clearly had a thing they were doing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then the 3rd game, I played that, and it was like a horrible 3D abomination, and no one should ever play that one. Oh, he's been silenced. These people don't get what's up at all. That's where they're ghosts.
Ghosts?
Oh no. God damn it, I just want to use Sarah, for fuck's sake! Fucking bird!
Oh my god, they were sent by Lakitu.
Let's not bring Lakitu into this, okay? I might be more chaotic than my purple counterpart, but some things you just can't. You just can't be like, you can't just bring up Lakitu, man. Need a trigger warning for that shit.
Warning, flying turtle man involved.
No. Bowie needs heal. I'll just put him over here. Someone else can take care of this. Spell on the right. Nope, got it. The fucking interface sometimes, man. I just wanted to see what that spell on the right was, and now I wasted my turn. Because there was like a hugging icon. I was like, what the fuck is that? And now I don't know.
Free hugs of doom.
What TV channel did you watch the most as a kid?
Cartoon Network, hands down. Not even close.
That's fair.
Like, I watched Nickelodeon because there was some stuff I liked, but it was often like, oh, something I dislike is on Cartoon Network, so I guess we'll watch you.
Excuse me, we're just doing spawns now? Alright. I guess that's just a thing we're doing.
Fucking Todd McFarlane thinks he can spawn all over the place.
Yeah. Spawning into Soul Calibur? Who does he think he is?
Link? You're not Link. You're barely even a Heihachi.
This like suddenly got turned around on me. I like it. It's very chaotic. Holy shit, they killed Peter. That's not supposed to happen. Donk. Oh, he's just coming in, stealing the kill.
Called securing the kill.
Gerald is having some issues, like being dead, apparently.
Did Crony get him again?
That took me a second. I was like, what the fuck? Yeah, it would have been pretty cool if my healers got like enough turns to freaking heal Gerald before he just got attacked like 50 times. I feel like that would have been neat. Maybe they should have like remade this on the GBA like the first game, I feel like it would have really benefited from it. Okay, now, okay, so what does Aura do? I want to know. Restores up to... Is this a healing spell? I don't really understand what Aura does. Yeah, I watched a ton of Cartoon Network as a kid. There was a point where I wouldn't have anything else to do, so I'd just watch Cartoon Network for ages because they had so many good shows.
Yeah.
So you could just keep watching and just be like, "Yep,
Yeah, like
this is my day now."
I got to see Ed, Edd and Eddy was my favorite, like hands down.
Mm-hmm.
But like I got to grow up with Johnny Bravo, Dexter's Laboratory, Courage. Got to see Kids Next Door, which was really fun. Especially because like they had funny joke episodes, but then they were also like, okay, yeah, we're also doing a plot sometimes. I'm like, oh, cool. What else was there?
Yeah, Dexter's Lab was my fave. You probably really hated Cow and Chicken, right?
Yeah, I didn't like it too much. It was like, oh, I thought I was on a Cartoon Network. What's this Nickelodeon show doing here? I think I'd probably like it a bit more now if I went back to it, but yeah, as a kid I was like, oh, this is a little weird.
Dang it, can get to Rhodey. Yeah, heal that tank. Your magic.
Pull out a hammer. I've got it!
We need more power.
Summons Tim Allen. Wonder how Home Improvement holds up.
I have no idea. I haven't seen it in a long time.
I know, like, in isolation, the Tool Time stuff will be, like, funny forever.
What the fuck? Okay, that didn't do too much, I guess, but... Anywhere to see, like, someone's status? Because I'm not sure what just happened. Like, I think he cast, like, some sort of super model, but... It only worked on one person, maybe? Now Beardman's poisoned. It's bad. Oh, okay, so May is confused, and that's really annoying. And there goes Beardman, because I didn't get to have my turn in time. There's some sort of, like, unmuddle spell? No, doesn't look like it. Man, this is like, Muddle's way less bad than freaking when someone gets berserked in Fire Emblem, though. 'Cause then they just, like, run you through. That Chaos Wizard. I gotta get that guy. Gotta let him know what's what around here. Uh-oh. That can't be good. Hey, mate, could you stop that? Well, at least she's, like, bad at her job when she's confused, I guess. Alright, everyone is in trouble here, it looks like now. That just happened real sudden, like.
That's why it's called war.
Because it's sudden?
Yep.
That makes no sense.
Nope.
Nice double from Rhodey. This wizard's not chaotic at all. He's just hanging out.
He's just a jackass.
What a ripoff! He's not even trying to be an agent of chaos.
He's too predictable.
I'm gonna knock some pandemonium into that guy. Could you not, please? Could you, like, unmuddle yours? May is fine. Love this translation. It's very good. Ty learned a new thing. That's happening now. And then Ty was dead.
As you do.
Love that land effect. Very cool. Very useful. All just good shit for everyone. Feels like it's taking ages to kill these enemies. I feel like if there's a wizard, I don't really, like, want to have everyone too grouped up.
That seems like a good idea.
Karna's freaking out of MP, so that's no good. Is there, like, anything she can do? She got boost.
She got boost power.
I don't really know. I've never used boost. Oh, this is the spell I wanted. Okay, Aura kicks ass. AoE healing, this is good.
Aura is always a good spell no matter what it appears in, apparently. Yeah, like in FF8, there's a boss that's like piss easy, but you can junction aura from them.
Boy, here goes Rick. Maybe not.
Absolutely, like junction the fuck out of aura from that boss, because if you cast aura on yourself, it pretty much just means every turn you get to do a limit break. And when you give that shit to Squall, it becomes ridiculous.
I really gotta get rid of this bow rider, but none of the Chaos Wizard just ran up to me and smacked her.
Now he's chaotic.
That's not chaotic, that's just stupid. I'm gonna shoot him in the face with some rockets. I don't really know what to do with Karna here. She's out of MP, and I don't think I have an item to fix that, so I'm gonna start smacking people. really cool if we could just heal everyone like that again. Oh, what the fuck? You're gonna heal the bow rider? You're gonna heal everyone? Alright, you're on my shit list, Chalmon. Anyway, I need to shoot my freaking tank missiles at this old man with a staff. Because this game's great, actually. Ah, shit. He's not a boss? I thought he was a boss. What is Rick's horse foot doing? It like keeps speeding up. It's like weird.
Things men were not meant to know.
What does that mean?
Something Rick is Cthulhu.
Oh. Neat. I'm gonna be really pissed if these last couple fucking enemies just like war of attrition me out of here. Especially if this fucker keeps healing them. Could you fucking cut that shit out? Fucking goat-headed piece of shit. I want to fucking rocket to the face, huh? How do you like that shit?
Oh, so you discriminate against beast people?
You're ugly.
So much for the tolerant left.
I discriminate against ugly pieces of shit who are in my way. Fuck you. Get nuked.
That's right. Here on Team Bowie, we invented firearms to kill bad guys better.
It just kind of happens like that, man.
One thing I love about Gurren Lagann is that Simone invents teleportation explicitly for the purpose of punching his friend in the face.
As you do.
Yeah.
I've never seen the entirety of Gurren Lagann, so I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I swear to God, I'm so close to the end here. I'm torn between wanting to kill this Mudman, but also, like, this Bull Rider's a fucking pain in the ass. Like, it's really tempting to, like, chase this fucker down. Now he's dodging! Please, please don't fucking, like, make me lose this map at the last fucking moment like this. Ah, sweet merciful Christ. had a bit more MP. Wait. Okay, that's a cure item. Stop dodging, you shithead! Okay, you know what? I'm gonna save state this bitch. Because, I really, really don't want to have to do that whole thing again.
Keeping an eye on the time?
Yeah, I mean, this map should have been done by now. It's almost done. I'm so close. I can't heal myself, can I? I can? Okay. It's not Fire Emblem. Finish this guy off. Okay, Bowie's like not having a good time trying to hit this fucker, so. And it'd be pretty inconvenient if he died, so. But I gotta do something with him here. Finally! Thank you, Bowie! Fuck! He's out of MP. God damn it. I suppose his staff can do anything special or something. Steals MP? How does that work? Well, he doesn't have MP to steal, but... that made him mad. Okay, Bowie, please. Just seal the deal here. What? No! Oh, thank God. Rhodey, you fucking asshole. Jesus Christ. Okay, we did it. We won.
Huzzah!
I don't know if there's immediately like another battle if I proceed, so I'm gonna go back to the little town from before. Goodness fucking gracious, what the hell was that? You know, I strangely kind of liked it, but that's because I'm a masochist. So Terran, Terran, fucking Hatman, I noticed he's not actually promoted, but he's like level 25 or something, so should I just freaking promote him? Probably make him way better at this point. He's not the worst, but he's also not doing the greatest, like, I mean, you can't really say DPS in a turn-based game, but It's kind of DPS. I love how every episode of Shining Force just always ends with this. And I don't know if that means that I'm a bad player, or that, you know, this is just kind of how the game is. But it can promote him to a fighting class? What's going on with that? Is this another special item thing? This promotion item is a secret book. Come on, wizard or a sorcerer, I guess. What should I do with Tyrion? I need help here. Chat went really quiet at some point, and I'm just like, what?
You could always leave it for next time, couldn't you?
Yeah, I suppose I could. I'll have to remember, though. That's really hard. Think you just remember things? No. I guess we could do it later. So for now, well, first of all, let me make sure no one's... Okay. Because I don't want to end up in another fun situation of like, oh, you're still poisoned. Alright, next time, we're gonna see what we want to do with Tyrion. And then we're gonna diddly doodly doodah and fingle fangle fongle and stuff and
Are these all, like, pro streamer terms?
Absolutely.
Neat.
Oh, I think regular Rosie wants to come back to, like, end the stream.
Yeah, you should probably let her out of the closet.
I didn't put her in the closet. She went in there by herself.
Oh, well, let her out.
I think she thinks that, like, if both of us, like, touch each other at the same time, the universe will end or something. Let's fix that. Not the universe, but, you know.
I mean, the universe does need some fixing.
Okay, I'm back. What did I miss? Oh, we're still in this place. Chaos Rosie didn't even do the map. What is this shit?
Beats me. I've been...
Freaking useless ass, fanged ass shit.
Don't look at me. I'm power washing.
I can't. Can I not count on you with this? I freaking leave Chaos Rosie here and you don't even pay attention to her. Well, I'm just gonna have to take care of that off stream. Anyway, we will be back on Tuesday with King's Quest 6. Check it out. And then we will continue on Thursday with more Duke Nukem 3D. Probably getting my ass kicked a lot. And then, of course, on Sunday will be more of this, Shining Force 2. So, look forward to it. I hopefully will actually remember to upload my stream schedule on Twitter this time. So, you know, if you need a reminder of all that stuff, cool. you will have it. No, I think I actually scheduled it on Twitter, so I don't even need to remember that. But next time we will promote Tyrion, is what Chaos Rosie said, so... Yeah, I'm not very good at this whole stream ending thing until I just get to the point where I say... Thank you all very much for watching. I love you guys. Don't forget to tell all your friends about Rosie. Check me out on these things down here. Rosie rolling out! Oh yeah, I added a thing where now the music keeps playing.
Oh, neat.
So it's not just awkwardly cut off.
I see.
Yeah.
Yeah.